New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer for Sunday, August 31st, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network, and I am truly honored and delighted to be able to spend time with you in prayer. It is just such a joyful way for me to begin my day here on the East Coast, where it is 7:15. No, I'm on the West Coast. I think I have this requirement every time I do one of these prayers that I have to mess something up. It's to show the humanity. That's what it's all about. Yes. Well, good morning once again. So, what is in your heart? What is on your mind? What would you like prayer for today? If there is anything at all that you would like me to pray for on your behalf, please know that you can put something into the comments, or if you prefer, you can submit a prayer request online at www.ntmedia.org/prayer. And our family of ministers and practitioners, literally around the world, would be delighted to hold your intention. And of course, if I start to pray and I have not seen what your request was, I always check before I leave to make sure that I haven't lost anything and I can pray on your behalf. So today, I wanted to share this inspiration with you. This is from an excerpt from Fear to Faith by Reverend Dr. Dale Olansky. This is what she wrote. At any moment of any day, we can start fresh and set the tone for our life by virtue of our intention. By keeping our consciousness in a state of love and kindness, we create peace and joy within ourselves. And that energy goes out into the world and impacts others. This idea of restarting the day, I've used this for many years, and it is very powerful. But I like the idea even better of setting the tone by virtue of our intention. And if setting the tone for your life sounds too grandiose, set the tone for this day. Set the tone for this moment even. But by all means, do it by virtue of your intention. So let's take this into prayer. I'll invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, whichever is comfortable and safe for you to do. And just allow yourself this moment for full attention. Allow yourself to be fully present. So if you need to take a breath to do so, please do. Allowing yourself to feel that energy that comes with the inhalation. And feel the release that comes with the exhalation. And recognize how important it is to be able to accept and to release. And so this morning, I begin my prayer with that intention of acceptance and release. The idea that I have the ability at any time in my day, at any moment, to accept the love and the light of God, because it is always present. There is never a time, there is never a circumstance, there is never a condition, whether it's something external or something internal, that would prevent God from providing that love and that grace. And remember, whether I say God or I say Allah or I say Gaia, whatever term that I use, I'm speaking of the one truth. I'm speaking of that one being, that force that exists, always has existed, always will exist. And that same being, that thing, whatever it might be, is how each of us came into existence, how each of us was created, because each of us is part of that. And so knowing that all of that exists within this greater universe, that I exist within this greater universe, that I am part of this greater universe, that I am part of the one. I know that I have at all times the gifts that I need, the gifts that I desire, because they are my birthright as the beloved of the beloved. And that is true for each and every one of us. And so knowing this, being able to accept all of that love, sometimes means that I have to release, means I have to allow the fear to drop away. Now, there might be something significant in that. There might be a message in that fear. And I'm willing to open to accept that message. But I am going to release the tension. I'm going to release the doubt. I'm going to release the uncertainty, knowing that I am always guided and always guarded by the love of the one. And so by allowing myself to feel that strength, by allowing myself to feel that comfort, I bring about a greater sense of calm, a greater sense of confidence. And that is what I bring out into the world. That's what I bring out, first of all, into my own life. It is so important for me to recognize that whatever it is I want to see in the world, I need to see within myself. Whatever it is that I want to bring out into the world, I need to bring into and through and as myself. And so I have these two aspects of who I am. I have my humanity and I have my divinity. And while they are indeed quite different, together they make who I am. They're inseparable from who I am. And yet, I have the ability, I have the choice to not bring all that I am to each and every moment. And so today, my prayer is for that awareness. My prayer is for that ability to recognize those times when I have that choice. The times when I can either allow my divine self to inform my thoughts and actions as my human self, or I can choose to be limited. It sounds so strange when I say it, that I would allow myself, that I would choose limitation. But the reality of it is, I don't choose that knowingly. I choose that in an unwitting way. I choose that in a way that typically for me comes from a place of doubt and fear and uncertainty. And so today I choose to live in faith. I choose to live in certainty. I choose to live in love. I choose to allow myself to feel that self-compassion. I'm not going to denigrate myself because I have, quote unquote, failed at any given moment to remember who I am. No, I'm going to allow myself to open. I'm going to allow myself to learn. I'm going to allow myself to grow. I'm going to allow myself to walk step by step, knowing that each step is always guided and guarded by the love of the one. And knowing that each step, whether it brings me closer to where I wish to be or farther from where I wish to be, can provide me either with a blessing or a lesson. And every lesson is still a blessing. I learn, I grow. I become more and more who and whose I truly am. And so today, that is my prayer. That is my intention. And if during this day I stray from that, I can restart. I can hit that reset button and I can come back to my truth. It's this wonderful homing beacon, this ability, no matter how far I stray, to know that that is always present. I can always come back to that point of truth, that point of love, that point of grace. And so for myself, for each and every one of us, for the entire world, I pray on behalf of that truth. I pray from that truth. I pray with that truth. And so, knowing that this is my word that goes into the law, and knowing that the law always says yes, I can confidently and comfortably release that word. And I do so not only with confidence, but I do so with gratitude. I do so with love. And so it is. Mara, buenos dias. Good to see you. Hello, Akmal. Peace and paradise to you as well. Garrett, and so it is. I hope you people know that you are a blessing. Certainly a blessing to me, a blessing to the world, because each and every one of you is taking who you are and bringing it out into the world. That's magnificent. Reverend Michelle, good morning to you as well, or afternoon, wherever you might be. All right, folks, I am out of here. I will see you again soon. And by all means, never forget that you are loved. Oh, and you are love. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.